Where's the usual podcast hosts? Did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, well, one of them went away this week, and then he's doing something like he said he was working on a film set or something this evening, and the other one made up some excuse about getting engaged to his now fiance. Today, which is it's a bit of an elaborate excuse if you don't want to come and do a podcast.
All sounds like
doesn't it?
bullshit.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Ross and Anna. Well,
I believe the film set one. I'm sorry, I've just been called in by Spielberg.
Yeah.
What's happening with you? I got engaged now. Bullshit, mate. So you
Nobody
don't
would
want to
marry
do it, say.
Nobody would marry him. Anyway. Right, this is going to be a review podcast.
Is it?
Should we just crack on with it?
Yeah. What are you
Cool.
reviewing, Chris?
Wait, let's have some music first.
Music. Cue music now.
Can you hear it?
No, but you're dancing anyway.
Yeah, it's all put in post, obviously.
Amazing.
The wonders of modern technology, Matt.
All from this room.
What's it like behind the curtain?
You have a blind, Chris.
In the dungeon?
It's not even a curtain.
Yes, there you go. It's all a bit...
There's not even a hatch to the loft.
It all leaves...
Well, it's open.
Well, there is a hatch up there.
Yeah, there's a hatch, but...
I've just been putting stuff up there recently, so... Trying to sort out the dungeon, make it a bit more presentable. I've not been here long enough yet. I've only moved in... We only moved in October.
Good review.
What, of me?
Of you
my moving habits?
Your new house. This week in the review show, Chris's new home.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll put some pictures on our Facebook page. No, we won't. Anyway, this is a review show with Mr. Matt Corrigan.
Hi.
And me, Mr. Chris Quinton. Hello. How are we doing, folks? Good. Glad to hear it. So, yeah, we're going to review some stuff. Matt, you've been watching something.
I've been watching Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai? What, the sequel to Karate Kid?
Yeah, that's the one.
As in,
that's the one.
The 1980s Karate Kid.
The 1984 film Karate Kid, not the 2010 shit one.
Oh, God, that's such a bad remake, isn't it?
Well, when we were talking the other day, I said it was shit, and you went, well, I thought the original was a bit shit too.
Yeah, this is absolutely true. But
you're going to piss people off saying that.
The remake is absolutely worse.
It's terrible. But luckily, this isn't. Cobra Kai is fantastic. And what's annoying me is I don't think enough people know about it, especially not here in England.
We've reported on it on quite a few times on the podcast.
Well, good.
So if you've heard about it from some of the other crew members, but yeah.
Well, they know nothing. Have they? It only come out last week.
Exactly.
Have they watched it?
I doubt it.
Yeah, twats. Watch it. Watch it. It'll blow you away. It's amazing.
Okay.
It is.
So, right, one of the problems that I have with the original Karate Kid is as I mentioned in the pub to you the other day, is the martial arts. So when Mr. Miyagi takes on the bullies at Halloween, when Danny Boy's getting his ass kicked, that fight scene, if you go back and look at it, is bloody awful.
Okay.
Really bad.
He is an old man.
He is an old man.
With no martial arts training, really. I know the character is meant to be, but the actor who portrays him it has to do what he can.
That's the one thing that the remake has got going for it.
Not with this. The action is, it's good. It's not oversaturated with it, which is also nice. So when they do have fight scenes, you haven't been so accustomed to them that they're just meaningless.
But they're well choreographed and all.
They're choreographed well enough. Considering that they are actors, none of them are karate experts themselves. They are actors who have to just act and do the best they can, and they do amazingly. But what really is doing this is the character of Johnny Lawrence is just unbelievable to watch. He's just funny and layered.
Which
deep.
one's Johnny Lawrence?
Johnny Lawrence is the bully from the original.
Okay.
And so it opens up basically saying, like, what's his side of the story? Where would he be 30 years later on? And he's a bit down on his luck. He's got a shit job that he loses in the first episode, and he likes to drink. And just... But he's still that same character, just 30 years on, and he meets this kid that moves in around the way, and one thing leads to another. He ends up teaching him karate.
Okay, but
the Cobra Kai style of karate.
So is still badass karate?
Still badass karate, which is strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
Right.
And
no retreat, no. It's a different movie.
It's just.
what about Danny's character? Because he appears
Danny's
in it as well,
character
so he's a car salesman or something now.
And initially you think like it's going to be a role reversal where maybe Danny is going to be the antagonist this time. But as the series progresses, which is very good what they do, is you could not say that either one is the bad guy nor the good guy. They are just people, and they both have their sides of the story that they're presenting, you know. Neither one of them's a bad person, but they both do some stupid things, some horrible things.
Right, okay.
And the different... It's good. Go watch it, folks.
Okay.
It's a brilliant story, well acted, well produced, well directed, and a kick-ass soundtrack. The whole thing's just kick-ass.
Cool, okay. And, did you paid for it? Did
I paid for it, eventually.
So it's YouTube Red. It's made on by YouTube.
So you can go onto YouTube now, and you can watch the first 2 episodes for free.
Right.
And if that is enough and you get hooked, then as long as you have a Gmail account that's linked to your YouTube, you can then pay to watch this
on a computer, would you?
So you have to, I think, on a laptop computer, but I couldn't do it on my iPhone.
Right.
And I couldn't do it on my PlayStation 4 either.
Right.
I just couldn't pay for it, and I was getting very frustrated because I was like, I've watched the first 2 episodes. The thing is good, and I'm willing to pay to watch the rest, and you won't let me.
I sent you a link to watch it illegally. Did that not work out?
Do we endorse these kinds of things, Chris?
Well, you know what? I'm of the opinion that there's a well-stated fact that the people of the world that illegally stream and download are far more likely to put money into the film industry as a whole through purchase of DVDs and such like, because they're consumers of that type of media. So people that don't stream stuff and don't download stuff don't buy DVDs for their relatives for Christmas, and they don't buy DVD box sets for themselves.
Okay.
So
regardless of that, I did watch it illegally through the link you sent me.
You did.
And then I loved it so much that I went, oh, fuck it, I'm going to pay for it so I can have it forever, and anytime I want, just go onto YouTube and watch it.
Right.
Full screen on the TV.
So you don't have to maintain your YouTube Red account?
No, because YouTube Red is not available in the UK at the moment. So you purchase the episodes individually. The first 2 are free, and then the next 8 you pay for, and it's $1.89 per episode.
How long are the episodes?
They're half an hour each.
Half an hour each, and how many are there?
There's 10 episodes total. First 2 are free.
So you basically paid 16 quid?
Basically paid 16 quid.
Right.
For 8 half-hour episodes. 4 hours of content.
Do you think you'd have got it cheaper if you'd have waited, and does that matter?
I wouldn't have wanted to wait. After watching the first 2 episodes, it's that good. I mean, the thing has a 9.2 on IMDb and 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
People are really loving this.
Wow.
Really are loving this.
That's quite impressive.
It is impressive. And like I say, I'm surprised that more people aren't aware of it and know about it and aren't watching it. They should.
I'm going to go and watch it.
Go watch it.
Brilliant.
You won't regret it.
Okie dokie. Westworld. That's what I've been watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotten bloody amazing. And you've not seen any of this. We discovered this in our previous podcast. So, we're starting to get outside of the Cowboy Land Westworld section of the park and see stuff from other places.
So what is Westworld? What is Westworld? What is it about?
So Westworld...
Get me up to date really quick.
Right, okay. So it starts where you meet this guy who's visiting Westworld, which is... a park where you can go and live out your fantasies. Now, the park's actually split into several different sections. Discussed a lot of this in the previous podcast, but it doesn't matter. In the original movie, you had basically Westworld, Roman world, medieval world, and possibly a 4th one. And the main characters going into the park went to Westworld, the cowboy-centric one. And one of the cowboy robots malfunctioned and started killing humans, tracking people down and hunting these guys down. And it was a survival horror type movie.
Okay, so they go to this place to live
just to live out their fantasies. Yeah.
Okay, and it all went wrong.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly. Actually written by the same guy.
Michael Crichton.
It was.
Nice.
Yeah.
We like Michael Crichton better than Stephen King.
Yeah.
Who's not dead yet.
No, he's not. See our previous podcast. So, yeah, the remake, the TV series, it still focuses on a couple of guys that go into the park for the first time, sort of. If it deals with a split timeline thing that's quite confusing until you watch it. I won't try and explain it because it's quite spoilery. But it's not just one robot that's rebelling. it's all of the robots, or at least a good proportion of them, becoming self-aware and
Skynet,
realising that they could probably get out and they could probably do some stuff. But then you start to learn that the people that have created the park have been like building robots for other purposes and stuff anyway.
Okay.
So there's like military hardware and things like involved.
It always is. It always is.
Absolutely. And like replacing people that are on the workforce with replicant type persons without them knowing. So
without the person who's been replaced knowing.
Or the robot themselves knowing that they're a robot.
So what, they're like, go on holiday, and when they come back, someone else, I'm here?
Go on holiday permanently with this bucket of cement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more to the point. So, have a nice stay.
To what end? What's the purpose? Replacing everyone with robots? You're just doing the robots bidding for them. Are they already robots? Are we delving into things that I shouldn't be talking about?
There's a lot of value in this place. So everybody wants to go there on holiday. All of the people, like military type people, want the tech to use for their stuff. Yeah, for obvious reasons, you'd want a really good high-tech robot that behaves like a human but does exactly what it's told, right? So it makes perfect sense that the people that have control of the park remain in control. And if there are people that are pushing the boundaries and trying to exercise their rights and stuff like that, like, I developed some of this software, so I own
don't
some
rock
of
the
it.
boat.
Exactly. Otherwise, you might get replaced with a very, very good replicant. It's bloody good, Matt.
It sounds bloody good.
It's,
and I don't know why I haven't been watching this.
Just the park side of it sounds linear.
I didn't do my research. I thought Westworld, it's just a Western. Just some sort of Western.
No, there you go. It's a Western of the future, if you like, I suppose. But it's also like a Cluedo at the same time. Yeah. You know, it's a whodunit.
And who doesn't love Cluedo?
Who's done it and who hasn't done it? And who is the candlestick? Yeah.
We had a Simpsons version of Cluedo.
A Simpsons version of Cluedo, did you?
And so the weapons were very Simpson themed. So there was a donut.
And,
really? And an isotope rod and stuff like this. But anyway, digress.
Did it play just like normal Cluedo?
Just like normal Cluedo.
Have you seen the movie Clue?
Nope.
That's really worth a watch.
Is it?
It's Cluedo, the movie.
Yeah, but...
And it's got like 5 or 6 different endings, and you get them all on the DVD as special features.
So, did you have to go see it in the cinema 5 or 6 different times?
No, they only theatrically released one ending.
So, the official culprit.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was. It's been a long time. It's a very good film, though.
Is it?
There's talk of them remaking it, actually, just recently. But then again, there's also talk of them making... I think Fox are interested in making choose-your-own-adventure movies. So something like Cluedo would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Choose-your-own-adventure
movies?
Yeah.
So we covered this on last week's Snooze Button. So they give you an app that you put on your phone, and you go in and everybody votes for what happens next. And,
Can't we just not vote and choose individually? Because surely they're going to have to make both endings before...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the point is you could go in and see a completely different movie 3 or 4 times. Yeah, it would be different run times.
Just be different
experience. Yeah. So yeah, that might happen, but that could be the next gimmick. That could be the thing that knocks Avatar off at the top spot.
A little bit like movies becoming more like video games.
Yeah, exactly, and vice versa.
Well, video games have already been becoming more movie-like. Definitely more cinematic, and so it's just the other way around now.
What are you playing at the moment?
I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, but that's an old game now.
Is that very cinematic in its presentation? Or?
It's the graphics are gorgeous.
Yeah,
I didn't realise how gorgeous they were, but there's a lot of... Because you get your heads-up display, don't you? It takes up a lot of the screen, and I paused it.
Is it first person then?
No, it's third person.
Right.
But I paused it the other day, and the pause screen is just a screenshot of the world.
Right.
And then I come back in and I thought, is that the game I'm playing? It's absolutely gorgeous. And so I had to tweak it so that I didn't have so much going on the screen. So I could actually see it.
So you can see lots and lots of scenery. So what is it? You're fighting against mechanical robots, isn't it?
Would you like me to tell you a bit more about the game?
Is it the future that's actually the past?
It's the future that's actually the past. It's like a post-apocalyptic setting. You play as this child, Aloy, who's been raised outside, as an outcast from her clan, who live in this post-apocalyptic world where all the cities and everything have now been overgrown with foliage and trees and so on and so forth. But there's also just robot dinosaurs roaming around that you fight and hunt.
Right.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay. And a fighting style, anything like Witcher or anything like that? Or
it's very dependent on the bow and arrow.
Right.
And a lot of sneaking up, because a lot of these robot dinosaurs will just straight up kill you.
Right.
And so it's best to take a stealthy approach, quite a more tactful approach.
To killing them, or
to killing them, to lay some, or get past them. But it's also a lot of crafting involved. So you really want to be harvesting parts from them. So you want to be killing them.
Oh, okay.
And
interesting.
It's a good game. You should play it.
So
if you
is
have
this
time.
like a Game of the Year edition or something like that you've got, or
I think it did.
Is there a special edition?
I think it did win Game of the Year.
Did it?
Yeah.
So there'll be
I don't know if
extra
it did
content,
actually. Now
or?
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
What was this, last year?
But I did buy whatever edition I bought, which also comes with the DLC added on, which I haven't got anywhere near yet. I'm not even that far through the game, I don't think.
Okay. So it's not like Witcher where you've got a specific, you can load up the separate stories. Because I've got the Game of the Year edition for The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So
you could then play the Blood and Wine or the Hearts and Stone
select
bit
them on my main menu.
Yeah.
So I can just start on
and
them.
it will give you a character that's already at the appropriate level for you to then play through it.
Right. So
I don't know if this is. I haven't gone into it.
But am I going to be able to just... Will those fold in as part of the story if I don't select them? Or will I, by default, be given a character at that level when I go, do you know?
I think that's how it works. When I did, I just played through the game and then bought them afterwards and played through them.
But you maintained your level.
But I know you can change... you can choose them from the main menu, like you say, and they will just give you a character that is at the appropriate level for you to be able to play through it.
So let's say for one of them's called Blood and Wine, isn't it? So let's say for Blood and Wine, you need to be at level 20, or at least the default they would give you if you selected it from the main menu is level 20. But you're at level 45, so you don't have to worry. You'll still be level 45 when you select that game, right?
If you decide to play through the main campaign and then do the DLC, you'll continue with your character.
Right.
But if you decided that you just want to play that DLC, they will then just give you a character.
They'll give you a boost. Cool. Not that I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep playing it.
It wouldn't be my way of doing it, but if you weren't willing to actually play and level up yourself and you just wanted it for the story alone, I'd still recommend doing it, because the DLCs on that game are that good.
Right.
That it's worth playing them just for the story.
Do they involve human-centric stories or creatures? Can you remember?
One of them is very human-centric, and another one involves a creature.
Right. Okie dokie.
So there you go.
Cool. I'll get to them when I get to them. It'll probably be next year.
Yeah.
To be honest. It's a big game.
Another relevant review.
Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn's very big as well, though, isn't it?
It's quite big. It's very much like The Witcher. Not as good.
Right.
I have to say, Witcher 3 spoils all other games for you after you've played it. But this one is still very good.
What do you think makes it less of a competitor? Is it like not as cinematic in its cutscenes, or is it less story based, or
the story isn't as good? No,
right.
I mean, in terms of open world, it's a beautiful open world, and it tries to do similar things where it'll give you many side quests, but I don't feel like the side quests are as involved.
Right.
So The Witcher 3, you could go and do a side quest and become completely enwrapped in the characters and the motivations behind it, and it's telling a whole separate story that most games wouldn't even bother with. And this one tries to do similar things, but not as in depth.
Right. Okay.
And also, The Witcher 3 had a very good system. So when you're engaging with these with the NPCs, the little cutscenes that would play were quite good.
Right.
Whereas this one it can be a bit jarring, the animation sometimes.
Right.
During the cutscenes, but other than that, beautiful game.
Okay. Cool. Again, at some point, I suppose by the time I get around to even thinking about playing that one, PlayStation will be giving it away for a charge.
And that's why we wait.
Do we know what the games of the month are for this year? For this month,
no
actually?
idea. But like I say, God of War's just come out, and I want to play that, but it's only just come out. Who wants to pay full price? Let's wait a few months.
Yeah, true.
Play Horizon Zero Dawn from 2 years ago, a year ago.
I might have a quick look, actually, and see what this month's games are.
Let's have a look.
Have you had your free games just recently? Are you part of the PlayStation.
We get free games?
PlayStation Plus.
Oh, but you have to stream them.
No.
You don't have to stream them?
No, you don't. No. You download them and keep a copy on your hard drive.
How much does it cost?
Well, I'm paying a monthly plan at the moment because I've been a little bit poor recently. Month? But it's like $6.99 a month.
Worth it?
Yeah, well, you get two free games a month.
It depends on the games, doesn't it?
It does depend on the games, but in actual fact, I suppose technically, you get 4 games because you get some that are for the PS3, you get some for the PS Vita, and some for the PS4, but there's always 2 PS4 games.
I heard they were discontinuing the PS3.
They are, but for those people that have got them, this is still a good source for games.
True.
And what you can do is you can add these games to your library.
And then you've got them forever.
You've got them forever. But adding it to your library doesn't download the game. Adding it to your library downloads the reference and keeps that in your literally in your library.
So even though you haven't got it, you've got it.
As long as you keep your account, you can just then download that game at any point and play it. And you don't stream it.
Pretty cool.
You run it from your own hard drive. So the free PlayStation Store or PlayStation Plus games for May are... For the PS4, Beyond Two Souls, a game from Quantic Dream, the makers of this month's big PS4 exclusive, Detroit Becoming Human. Like Detroit, Beyond Two Souls is a cinematic, narrative-driven game whose plot largely hinges around the choices you make. May's other free PS4 game is the stylish and well-received platformer Rayman Legends.
Okay. Are you a Rayman fan?
I am not a massive Rayman fan.
No, me neither.
But I'm up for a go on anything. So
yeah.
If it's a really... all right, Matt. If it's a really decent platformer, which to me doesn't necessarily mean three-dimensional. I quite like a traditional 2D platformer.
That's how they started.
Yeah. I played through the whole of Strider just recently, the remake.
You was telling me about this.
Very good. It's all right. If it's still in the PlayStation Store, you can get it for like £6.
Yeah,
it's really worth a go. Absolutely. PS3 title is an RPG called Risen: Titan Lords, as well as an arcade-style game called Eat Them. PS Vita owners can download the similarly destruction-based game King Oddball and the physics puzzle game Vermins. King Oddball supports cross-buy and is playable on PS3, and PS4 as well. So technically, there's 3 PS4 games there for this month.
Yeah,
for $6.99, and a lot of the time they do offers on PS Plus as well, so you can get like a year's subscription for £50.
That's good.
So yeah, go and have a look.
And further discounts as well in the PlayStation Store,
discounts
don't they?
In the PlayStation Store once you're on board. Yeah,
extra percentage off.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, go and have a look, Matt.
And you too, Chris.
I will.
Yeah.
Netflix, Matt. Have you got a Netflix account?
I've got Netflix.
Have you noticed a thing on there called The Alienist, by any chance?
No.
Do you know who Daniel Braw is?
No.
Have you seen Captain America Civil War?
Yeah.
Whee! He said yes.
Yeah.
So he's the bad guy in that. Baron Zemo in Civil War. German guy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So he's in a Netflix TV series called The Alienist. Now, this is set in like 1900s, early 1900s, New York City. So just around the time that the the Statue of Liberty is being built, for instance. And there's a Jack the Ripper style murderer out on the streets, but he's only killing young boy prostitutes.
Wow.
In quite gruesome ways.
Young boy prostitutes.
Yep, absolutely. And he's like...
Because there's a market for them.
Apparently there was, yeah. Brothels full of them, apparently, there in early 1900s New York. But yeah, so this guy's like super agile and stuff, and he's got mega climbing skills and things, and they keep finding the bodies like on the top of really tall buildings and like hidden away. And Daniel Brawl's the officer. In actual fact, no, he's a psychologist, and in those at that time, psychologists weren't known as psychologists; they were known as alienists.
Okay,
and
hence the title.
Hence the title, and it's the first of possibly, I think, 4 novels that have been written, or 3 that have been written, and 1 that's on the way.
Who wrote them, Chris?
I don't know the name of the author off the top of my head. I can look, but I'm not going to.
We don't care.
They are called the Chrysler novels or the Chrysler cases or something like that. Not Chrysler as in the Chrysler building. Right. It's spelt differently. It's spelt with a K, whereas the Chrysler building is spelt with a C, I think, if I remember rightly. But yeah, it's pretty damn good. Really enjoying it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, it's got plenty of intrigue. The main protagonist, if we think he's a protagonist, there's something wrong with him. There's something that you're not being told.
So
something's going to come out.
Bit of an anti-hero, is he?
Yeah, to a degree. And you're kind of being led down the path of thinking, oh, is it him? A little bit for a minute or two, and then you think, no, it can't be him because certain cast members have seen the face of the person who it really is. But yeah, it's, again, murder mystery, Cluedo type affair.
Cluedo.
Yeah. And I actually thoroughly recommend it. Daniel Bruhl is a very, very good actor.
So what are you giving it out of 7.2?
How many dead male prostitutes out of a brothel?
Yeah.
Probably about 7.5 to 8 at the moment.
Nice.
Because, one can be cut in half. That's fine.
Well, they're only boys, so they're not quite men yet. They only count as half each?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, dear. Let's steer away from this quick.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Daniel Bruhl, you ever seen him in anything else other than Captain America Civil War?
What else has he been in, Chris?
How are you with foreign movies? Would you watch something with subtitles?
I would, if it was good.
Okay. There's a movie I definitely recommend. I think it was his first, it was his breakout movie, certainly. And it's called Goodbye Lenin. And it's about a family that live in Germany at the fall of the Berlin Wall. And his mother's a real staunch communist.
Right.
And she's also got a really bad heart condition.
Okay.
And he's anti-communist, and he goes to a rally one day. His mother sees him getting arrested and has a heart attack.
Oh.
And is taken to the hospital. While she's in hospital, the Berlin Wall falls. Communism in Germany is wiped out. And the doctors say to the family, look, she's in a real fragile state. If anything shocks her, if anything happens, upset her in any way, shape or form, she's going to die.
And so they then have to pretend that it hasn't happened.
Exactly. So they mask the world around her to make it look as if communism is still fully in power in Germany. And it's beautiful.
It's a ruse that you cannot keep up.
It's true. That's correct. Which makes the ending fairly predictable. But
right.
Spoiler alert. Thanks, Matt. But no, honestly, go and watch that movie. It's bloody brilliant.
Is that on Netflix?
That's a review for a 20-year-old movie. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is on Netflix. I haven't seen it on there, but you can find it.
Find it illegally online somewhere.
Tactics. Go and find it. Yeah.
Well, if you can't, Chris can. Chris will do it for you.
Yeah,
send you a link.
Write us an email, snoothwiththecrew@gmail.com. I'll find it for you. No worries. Right, yeah. Have we got anything else you want to mention, Matt? Anything else you've been doing?
What's this Lego over here?
Oh, it's going to be a Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
We can't really review that. That's a bit...
Well, it's not finished. You haven't finished it yet. So
it's been sat there unfinished for a long, long time. I keep thinking I'll set up and get the desk clear so that when people come into podcasts, we can do little bits of it, 5 minutes here and there.
As we chat.
Exactly. Maybe not as we chat, but
in between, while you go, oh, I just need to look this up. Dead air.
While I cut stuff out, yeah.
When we make the really horrible jokes that you're not allowed to hear.
Exactly. But yeah, it's getting there. It'll look nice on the wall. I've got a Death Star here somewhere in a box too. Not a Death Star.
Not made?
Not a Death Star. It's what's the other one? The Star Destroyer. That's the one.
Still in the box. Mint condition.
No, it's a Chinese fake.
Aha.
So's the Millennium Falcon, to be fair. But it's a good fake. Good old Lepin.
Yeah, they're expensive.
People out there would hate me for that, but yeah.
They're expensive.
Don't buy it for your children. Yes, the kits are very expensive. Don't buy Lepin sets for your kids because the bricks could well be toxic.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you've got no guarantee about the grade of plastic, so...
Corporate bastards.
Yeah, well, that's not really corporatism. That's Chinese people trying to make a buck.
So who we saying's got the shit ones? The ones that might kill you?
Chinese. Oh. Yeah. Third-party bricks. Avoid them.
Third-party bastards.
I've got them because I'm an adult and I bought the kit for myself and I'm going to super glue it all together.
I use Lego responsibly.
Exactly. So, yes, right. If that's it, ladies and gents, if you'd like to write into us, please do. snoowiththecrew@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter or Facebook or any of the usual means, really. You'll find loads of links to stuff that we do outside of the podcast on our Facebook bio and anywhere where you'll find links below. So if you're watching this on YouTube, for instance, honourable mentions to Libsyn and Stitcher for making knockoff Lego sets. Well done, guys.
Well done.
Doing a good job.
You and your cheap plastic shit, which drives down the cost for the rest of us. Thank you.
Well, probably devalues the actual kits as well, to be fair, but...
They make too much money anyway.
Yeah, this is true. We've had that conversation on our podcasts before.
Well, let's have it again.
Another time.
Can't be talked about enough.
It's late. Let's go home.
Okay.
Right. Say goodbye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Thanks for being on board, and cheers for listening, folks. We'll catch you next time. Bye-zy bye.
Bye. Bye-zy bye.
Bye-zy bye. I know. I mean, bye. See you later.